And early voting is just 1 week away. You can expect rather to see a lot of political ads on TV and social media. Many of those ads tend to focus less on promoting a candidate and policy and more about tearing down their opponent. 12 News journalist William Pitts answers whether or not those ads really work.
Wrong for Arizona.
Carrie Lake's not conservative. She's nuts.
Pretty much every commercial break,
border chaos is causing crime.
There's an ad telling you how terrible someone is.
Force you into government-run socialized medicine.
Then join Democrats in sending our taxes to fund illegal migrants.
How common are negative ads? We took the hit so you don't have to and watched a full hour of TV just to count and watch the political ads. Here's what we found. There were 39 total commercials. Of those, 14 were negative, 22 were not about politics, and only 3 were positive ads. By positive, we mean they don't criticize their opponent. So it's not just you. There are a ton of negative ads right now.
Once that first negative ad has been launched, then it sort of becomes an all-out war.
So do negative ads work? Samara Klar is a political science professor at U of A.
It's a really hard question to answer, because if you ask people, do you like negative ads? They will say, no, we hate them. Nobody likes negative ads. But obviously there has to be something there, because they do keep using them. We know that there are some things that can be pretty effective. And one of those things is, instilling a fear or threat or anxiety in voters.
Where did this come from? Klar says we just got used to the lack of civility in politics.
When you ask people, how do you feel about your own party and how do you feel about the other party, over time, and this has gone on for decades, people increasingly say they really do not like the other party, the party they don't vote for.
But Klar says they don't hate the people who vote that way, just the candidates and the party. So will there ever be any end to this?
Americans really hate political aggression, hostility, and fighting. And to me, one of the best pieces of evidence is the declining percentage of Americans who will identify with a party.
In Arizona, independents are now the second biggest voter registration. But even so, the negative ads keep on coming. William Pitts, 12 News.
Joining me now for the backstory on this particular topic is 12 News journalist William Pitts. So, let's talk about campaign ad fatigue. We have 34 days to go. That's a lot of ads. Is that going to turn voters off at any point?
I got a lot of fatigue just sitting there watching it for an hour. Some of these breaks I actually watched, there was one ad that was not political in one of these breaks.
Insane.
It was just 7 straight minutes of negativity. I don't think it's going to make anybody not vote.
Sure.
But it's going to be a rough month.
Right, and it already has been. It seems like we just get inundated with these. So did the professor have any additional insight as to the number and the amount of ads that we're seeing? We know we're going to get negative ads, but the number of them seems to grow every election.
We're going to get a lot of them. One interesting thing she said was she doesn't really know how it affects the race necessarily, because everybody always claims, I'm going to run a clean race, I'm not going to go negative, sure. And that lasts until somebody does. No one's ever not gone negative after that. So she doesn't really know what happens to a race if you stay positive while the other guy goes negative, because it doesn't happen.
Well, and I think, as we all agreed in the newsroom, it was nice to see a clean debate last night about policy instead of the mudslinging that we've seen. So maybe we'll see that trend in the next election cycle.
We got enough mudslinging in the commercial breaks.
Yes, we do. We don't need any more of it. Will, with the backstory, thank you so much. Troy?
Yeah, I like your optimism, Rachel.
Yeah. Oh, somebody's got to have it.
Yeah, let's stay positive, shall we?